Because?
No, Miss, what is the problem of the...
That's why it made me laugh, because I was explaining almost like 30 minutes, but anyways, Franco. We were talking about the question, because we cannot see the fish. So the question is, where have all the fish gone?
The contamination fears?
Okay, probably the contamination made the fish disappear. Okay, what it could be another reason where they have gone? Gabriela?
The overfishing.
The overfishing, okay. So we don't have more fishes. Then we have Jaime.
And they lost their habitats.
Okay, loss of habitats. Pia?
The illegal fishing.
Illegal fishing. Okay, how do we call in English when the fisherman can't fish? Don't tell me in Spanish. I know you speak perfectly the Spanish, okay? Okay. No, climate change is a consequence, probably. Yes, Kendra. Luana, the illegal hunt. Okay, but how do we call that period of time when the fisherman cannot fish? For example, you go to the restaurant and you say, I will like a ceviche of toyo. No, that is the name of the species. And then the person said, I'm sorry, we can, but we have another species. How do we call that period of time when you can go to the sea in order to fish? Don't worry, that's me. Geraldine, probably you have the word.
Miss, no, I want to say another.
Criteria about, yeah. Okay,
Yes.
I'm going to wait for that. Okay, look at the chat. Close season, it's when the fishermen or the fish industry can fish. They cannot fish. Yes, Kendra, that is a Spanish. Excellent. That is a yes. That is the Spanish word. Excellent. Close season. So obviously we have close and open season. Excellent. All right. So now you know the word. Okay. Don't tell me, Miss. How do you say when it's open season or closed season? Okay. So for example, we have a closed season of shrimps. So you can see shrimps in the market. Or right now, we have a closed season for shells. You can see in the market shells. Why? Why we have a closed season? It's a kind of solution for what? Pia?
Financial needs.
Yeah. Almendra?
I think that is for the fish can reproduce.
Excellent, no? So you say stop. Wait a minute. I know, Gabriela. Okay. So you say stop. Wait a minute. We need to preserve the species. Okay. So we can go fishing. So let's give time for future babies to grow. No. The idea of no. You know what is that? Okay. Okay. So we have this. Okay. So you told me about probabilities how this started. Yes, illegal hunt. Then someone says climate change, poaching. Excellent, Flavia. I love that word, poaching. I'm going to write what your friend says. It's poach. It's illegal hunt. Excellent. Very good. So let's move on to what is exactly what the audio suggests. Open your books, page 65.
Source of the problem. For centuries, local fishermen caught only enough fish to feed their families and their communities. They used traditional gear like spears and hooks that targeted a single fish at a time. However, in the mid-20th century, more people around the world became interested in fish as a source of protein and healthy fats. In response to this, governments gave money and other help to the fishing industry. As a result, the fishing industry grew. Large commercial fishing companies began catching huge quantities of fish. They made a lot of money selling the fish around the world.
Okay, what do you think it says, well, it is described here, the source of the problem? Number one, they said, guys, what is the source of the problem? Number one. Okay, I'm going to put fishing industry. They said this, no? At the beginning was okay, we can handle this, but then it says in the middle of the 20s, boom, appeared the fishing industry. Okay, be careful with this. So what caused exactly this? Please turn the page, go on page 66. How is this fishing? Yes, look at this. We're going to see how is exactly the process of fishing. That's why it's my question in number by last week. Remember, I made a questionnaire that says, have you ever gone fishing? And some of you said no, 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 no. So in this reading, you will learn exactly how is the process. Okay.
In addition, they started using new fishing technologies that made fishing easier. These technologies included sonar to locate fish and dragging large nets along the ocean floor. Modern equipment enabled commercial fishermen to catch many more fish than local fishermen. Rise of the little fish. In 2010, the Census of Marine Life estimated that 90% of the big ocean fish populations are gone, mainly due to overfishing. In particular, commercial fishing has greatly reduced the number of large fish such as cod, tuna, and salmon. Today, there are plenty of fish in the sea, but they're mostly just the little ones. Small fish, such as sardines and anchovies, have more than doubled in number. This is largely because there aren't enough big fish to eat them. This is a problem because in order to be stable, oceans need predators. Predators are necessary to kill the sick and weak fish. Without them, there are too many unhealthy small fish in the sea. This can cause serious problems for the sea's food chain and the health of our oceans.
So now here, you're learning one that probably you didn't know, no? Probably you said, Miss, poor fish, they have a big animal that eat this little animal. Okay, but remember, in our food chain, we have a purpose. What is the purpose of the predator? It says there. What it says there? What is the purpose of the predator? Luana.
To kill small fish.
Could you repeat, please?
To kill small fish.
Well, exactly the small, not exactly, the sick and weak fish, they say. Huh? All the time you observe your cartoons in Disney, they say you need to be strong because there are some predators, no? You need to look for this, you need to be strong. So they are going to look for these weak fish or sick fish, okay? Without them, what happened? We don't have predators. There are too many unhealthy small fish in the sea. So this can cause serious problems for the seas, food chain, and the health of our oceans. So remember, each animal in the food chain has a purpose, okay? So we learn about what is exactly. So mainly the main problem is about the overfishing, as one of your friends mentioned, yes? For this fishing industry, yes, commercial fishing also, reduce the number of large fish, yes? Examples of large fish, cod, tuna, and salmon. So you need to keep in mind which of the big fish, okay? Be careful with this. You need to remind. What are the examples of the other small fish? Sardines and anchovies, okay? Remember, I would like that you highlight. Big fish, la 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 la. Small fish, la 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 la. Why? Because when you discuss, you need to mention examples. And you can say, miss, that fish. Okay, which fish? Those one that belongs to the small fishes, like, and then you say, anchovies, and etc. What kind of fish Peru export to Europe? Have you ever wondered? It's a good question, an interesting question. What is our rate of the species we export? How many tons we export? It's a good question that I'm going to ask you to look for. But obviously we analyze the problem, but what do we have to do? We just stay with the problem and cry? No, we need to find a solution. Let's go into see one of the possible solutions.
A future for fish? A study published in 2006 in the journal Science made a prediction. If we continue to overfish the oceans, most of the fish that we catch now, from tuna to sardines, will disappear by 2050. However, we can prevent this situation if we restore the ocean's biodiversity.
So probably you sometimes, I always place with this word that is however, and I get the accent of the British ones. Obviously, I made it in a hierarchical way, okay? I say however, yes? And then you can see, obviously, I exaggerate, yes, in order that you make the difference, okay? But now you can see that this person pronounced like this, however, yes, or easier, because the British pronounce like this. So meanwhile, you need to get accustomed for different sounds. And why not to make it, no? To get accustomed, you're listening, because you're all the time are not listening American people or your English teacher from Peru, yes? You need to get accustomed to understand videos, sitcoms, movies in English. So that's why you what? Educate your ear about different accents, okay? Let's move on. Luana, you have a comment? No, okay, I'm going to lower your hand.
Scientists say there are a few ways we can do this. First, commercial fishing companies need to catch fewer large fish. This will increase the number of predator fish in the sea. Another way to improve the biodiversity of the oceans is to develop aquaculture, fish farming. Growing fish on farms means that we catch fewer wild fish. This gives wild fish a chance to survive and reproduce. In addition, we can make good choices about what we eat. For example, we can stop eating the fish that are most in danger, like bluefin tuna, or only eat fish from fish farms. If we are careful today, we can still look forward to a future with fish.
Thank you. Okay, I love this last paragraph. This last paragraph seems to what? Seems exactly what you always do in your paragraph, yes? When Miss Milagros asks you, yes, look, scientists say that there are few ways we can do this. First, what is that? Transition word. Another way, transition word 2. Yes? In addition, transition word 3. Yes? And of course, we follow this with details. What is the detail about the last? For example, and how he put the concluded sentence. If we are careful today, we can still look forward to a future with fish. So what he's doing in the conclusion, restate the first sentence. Future with fish. Future for fish. Okay? So what's a really interesting story? Yes, that I would like that you pay attention because you are going to explain in your PPT. Yes, this is what you have to explain, no? I think it's the question number, I'm going to put the PPT. I think it's the question number 3. Yes. So first you describe the animal, the species. Where is it located? I would like to know who are its predators. Remember, predators play a great role in this, okay? Who is its prey? So if someone eat me, who eats what I am going to eat? No, it's a food chain. So if you want, you can use a Venn diagram, yes, where you can use in this. And the most important for me is, why is this species in danger? So it's like if I ask you the question that we have in this reading that says, the source of the problem, okay? The source of the problem. Just a second, guys. Sí, Miss Erika, confirmo, no están los 2 estudiantes. Creo que al parecer eso parece que tienen problemas de conectividad. Igual le voy a escribir un mensajito. Ya, faltando 6 minutos para que la clase termine. Ya no los hemos visto, más o menos, 5 minutos. Gracias, Miss Erika. Okay, guys, so this is exactly what you are going to do in your PPT. You need to explain, why do you want to protect this animal? So it's like the future of the animal. At the end, don't forget to conclude your presentation with your personal opinion about this topic. All right, this topic. Questions further about your PPT? I think most of you already started. Okay, so for tomorrow, we're going to start. We're going to continue like 10 minutes of the class and then the minutes of the person who would like to present the exposition. Remember, the exposition is not a big deal. It's just to explain. Don't write too much information in the PPT. It's extensive. Okay, be precise and concise. The PPTs can contain a large information about the animal. Be precise and concise. In your explanation, it's how you're going to develop this animal description. Okay? Or why you need to preserve this animal. Remember, it's not to read the PPT. If I notice that you are reading the PPT, I'm going to make you further questions in order that you explain. because you need to explain. Okay, or probably I will put you in a situation. You mentioned about this. What happens if the animal do this? So you need to think what? Faster. Okay? It's not the idea to memorize. Forget about this way of presenting. I have allowing first, second quarter. Third and fourth quarter, it's supposed you express your own ideas. As you put it in the Mentimeter, in the Jamboard, in all the platforms, I notice that you are spontaneous when you write. Now I would like to see your spontaneous ways of explaining something orally. Okay? All right, guys. I don't know if you have further questions. So tomorrow we are going to start with the presentation of your PPT and your ideas. Okay? The rubric you have in Aula Virtual. And for this week, we don't have my ELT. Why? Because you need to prepare your PPT and your oral explanation. Okay? No my ELT. No my ELT this week. Okay? Only Daniel is happy. Yeah! Okay. So, see you tomorrow. Goodbye. I will like your creative PPTs, huh? Do your best. I know that you are very creative. Do your best with your PPTs. See you then. Goodbye, Miss Erica. Thank you. Goodbye, goodbye, Marianita, Pia. Goodbye, Pierre. Goodbye, Jaimito.